maybe because of the development of social media. And we're starting to push aside other qualities that should make a person valuable, but a lot of people just don't talk about it because they think this is just how the way things are.
Hi everyone, welcome to Lightkeeper. This is Charlie here.
This is Flora.
It's a good day, right, Flora?
Yeah, I know it's a special day. Guess who's here with us today? Shen. Have you heard of her? She's one of the TEDx speakers for summer.
Oh, I know that high school girl who won the competition.
Yes, that's her. She scored the highest points among 40 high schoolers in one of the TEDx competition. Can you imagine that?
Oh my god, 40, and especially she was ranking the first. Oh my god, amazing.
I know. We're so proud of her to have her here. Let's welcome Sharon. Can you tell us a bit about yourself?
I am currently a sophomore. I'll be a junior next year. I go to Arcadia High School. Some of my hobbies include drawing and just listening to music. Currently, I've been studying for my AP exams next week, so quarantine has been pretty busy for me. But yeah, things are okay.
Sounds good. So what do you do in your free time during this quarantine period?
I actually started to work out because I see a lot of people doing like the ab workouts, and I decided to like kind of try to see if I could improve my body shape. So yeah, I've been working on that.
Great, self-disciplinary. Can you share with us which workout do you do?
I follow the Chloe Ting ab workout. I just think abs look cool.
Do you like running or other kind of sports?
I don't really run. I would love to practice golf, but the courses are all closed, and I do not really have the space in my garage for a little like golf mat. So yeah, I've just been at home.
I heard you actually on Arcadia's golf team. So how did you get started on golf in the beginning?
So I actually started golf all the way back when I was in elementary school, when I was still like in Canada. My dad really likes golf, so he was hoping his kids would be interested in the sport as well. So he signed us up for classes, and it was fun. I really liked my coach, but I dropped it for a few years, and I picked it back up again in 7th grade.
I heard that you lived in Canada before. What is it like living in Canada? Is there any big difference that you want to share with us living in Canada and the US?
I would say Canada as a whole, the area I lived in, I would say it's also, there's a lot of people there. There are a lot of different ethnicities there as well. So it's pretty diverse, like here in California. So in that aspect, it's pretty similar. I do have to say, houses and like just the neighborhood in Canada is a bit more spaced out, maybe because the population isn't as dense. There are a lot more wild animals there as well, and the winter there is very cold.
Wow, I can never imagine myself living in Canada. It's still a great place. So how about the schools in Canada?
I was in Canada from 1st grade to 5th grade, so I only got to experience kind of like the elementary school over there. Everyone were really nice. There was also a lot of clubs and events in my elementary school, and I think they ended up having to like build the school bigger. They had to extend it because there were way too many students. But yeah, overall I would say it probably is pretty similar to the elementary schools here in America.
That's great to hear. I think it's really amazing how you just live in different places before. Do you think that really shaped your person in a way that really adds on to your experience?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like when I was like back in Canada, I didn't get to see the world as much because my view of the world was pretty narrow. But once I jumped from Canada to back to Taiwan again, and then here, I got to experience more culture and just got to know more people. So I think it definitely helped with my people skills.
I can tell kind of different beliefs though during your TEDx speech. So tell us, how did you get involved in this event?
So actually, it was Flora. She approached me and asked me if I would be interested in this event because she knows I am part of the speech and debate team at school. And of course, I was really interested. I think it'd be really fun and a great experience overall. So thank you, Flora, for telling me. To Shelly as well, who supported me along the way.
We actually saw you along the way how you've like improved a lot, because remember back in like the first class we were there when we were in a circle and everyone had to like introduce herself. Sharon was like all so nervous and she was like her voice was like trembling, but like all the way to the last day she won the first place. We were so proud of her. Like she experienced such a personal growth just through the program. So tell us some experience you've had, like maybe you're more impressive on, or like you have the most vivid memory to your program.
It's definitely hearing other people's speeches. I really like listening to speeches in general because everyone's ideas are all very original and unique. And it just makes me a more open-minded person to everyone's perspective on things that happen in their life. So I think that's very interesting.
Can you give us a little spoiler on your speech?
My speech mainly deals with outer appearance or just physical beauty. I've noticed lately that maybe because of the development of social media as well, we're putting more emphasis on just the way we look, and we're starting to push aside other qualities that should make a person valuable. But I decided to just bring that up because I think a lot of people just don't talk about it because they think this is just how the way things are. But I think by bringing up an issue, it'd be easier to tackle it eventually in the future.
So as you mentioned, you have saw like the trend of like changing, especially among the teen population, like on the social media. So do you have some like personal experience during your real life?
Yes, I would say just over the course of my life, definitely a lot of people just treat people who look differently. Even myself, I feel like sometimes when you don't reach typical standard of beauty, some people tend to disregard the things that you want to talk about, so the things that are important to you and just the way you're treated. Even when I was little, I've seen like really cute little kids treated differently than I would say maybe a less attractive child, if that makes sense. And it just makes me really sad because I think what we look like shouldn't matter, but it's a big problem today.
So as Sharon told us, she has seen like people given different treatments for people who have different outlooks. So usually it's when people treat people who look better, right?
Yes, I would say so. And I'm not trying to disregard problems that an attractive individual may have. I know having an attractive face could also bring different problems, but my main issue is with just how differently we're treated because of how we look. Yes.
Yeah, because we know that people are judged based on their appearances, and it's not like just one social issue in one country or something. It's like across the globe, like every country, every culture have that kind of phenomenon. So Sharon, we know that you've lived in so many different places, Canada, Taiwan, and United States. Did you see that phenomenon in all those places?
Yes, I have. It's universal. It's all over.
So are you trying to change people's behavior based on other people's appearances? Because I think it's actually extremely hard to achieve that because we naturally like things that look more beautiful.
Yes, I think it's definitely not realistic to think we could uh, change this issue like completely, like overnight, or just even in a few years. I think it's very hard to combat it. But I think by taking small steps, we could slowly change. I understand we build most of our first impressions on the appearance of an individual, but it's okay. I think slowly, even when we have kids in the future, uh, we could teach them to appreciate other values and attributes someone can hold instead of emphasizing on the stereotype that everyone is beautiful or something that does with your outer appearance. Because I think the main problem is how much we talk about how that everyone is beautiful, because I don't think everyone has to be. That kind of just, it's detrimental to what we're trying to say in a way. I'm not sure if that's clear.
Yes.
It's so good because it's holistic how maybe we say like asking people not to judge others based on their appearance. As Sharon has said, to make them know how to appreciate other values, not only like other appearance.
Can you share with us on your experience developing the speech? How was the process like? And did you have any obstacle during the process?
Yes, for sure. At first, I feel like my speech was very pessimistic in a way. I think I worded things not as well as I could, and of course, I received feedback from that. So I changed it up a little bit. So my main idea is still the same. I'm not trying to sugarcoat this problem, but I think in the way I worded it, it's a bit more inspiring, or just not outright like dark.
Yeah, I actually really like that because a lot of social problems today are just really pushing people down. I think it's great that you are talking about it in a positive way instead of a negative way. Okay, now I think it's time for us to talk about some different issues. Like you said, now we care about appearance a lot, and this made some people to really just be obsessive over how they look online, especially on social media. What do you think about the fact that so many people Facetune their photo and Photoshop their photo to the point that they don't even look like themselves anymore?
Whenever I see that, I feel so sad, because I think by trying to appear more attractive to other people, like online or through social media, I think honestly that problem derives from just like our belief that, oh, if we don't look a certain way, then someone probably thinks I'm not worthy, or that I'm not as important as others. I think in a way now, we use beauty as some sort of like token. If we don't possess this trait, then none of our traits matter. So that's why I feel like for some people, they really take importance in how they look because of this very reason.
I totally agree. And I myself, I'm just really addicted to photoshopping myself. And sometimes really insecure in the way that I can't post a photo without photoshopping it. Do you have any tips for me to just overcome this insecurity and just to really just face myself online in a realistic way?
Mm-hmm. So self-love is a very difficult journey to just complete. I myself still deal with a lot of insecurities, even though deep down we know we should love our face for what it is. It's still very hard because of the multiple beauty standards set up. So definitely take your time step by step. Try to tell yourself that everyone has flaws, no matter with their face or just anything in general. I think we are our worst critics as well. And by being judgmental of others' appearance, it does not help in that aspect. I think if we all work to be more inclusive, accepting, and just more kind, and we look past this physical abstract, I think that would help a lot, just if we all try to work towards that together.
Thank you so much on that. I really appreciate your tips.
So we were talking about like the online social media. We want to talk about something maybe physically changing your appearance. Plastic surgery is still like a very controversial topic. Many people, they're like so against of it. They're saying like people are just going crazy, like spending millions of dollars making changing their outer appearance. So we're just curious about like what's your stand on this plastic surgery?
That's a very hard question. I feel like I wouldn't say I'm necessarily against it, because I understand with the help of plastic surgery, some people just could feel more comfortable in their own skin, and that's completely fine. I think it's a great thing to take pride in your appearance, and if plastic surgery can help with that, then no worries. What I do find concerning is when someone is okay with how they look, but they feel a need to take part in plastic surgery because of pressures from others telling them that their face needs some fixing up, if that makes sense. I think ultimately it's up to the individual's choice, but it's not right to tell others to do something in that regard.
To sum up what Sharon said, it's basically that it's okay to decide to do plastic surgery to feel more confident and more beautiful, but just don't do it if it's just others telling you to do it. That's totally not worth it. And something along the line, what do you think of losing weight because of others' opinions? Because as you know, that a lot of teenagers, especially teenagers, having trouble dealing with their body images. What's your opinion on this issue?
I think definitely, for example, bettering your own body is a healthy thing to do, but I think it could be detrimental to your physical health and mental health when you reach a state, when you go to extreme measures, for example, starving yourself or taking pills, laxatives, to help with trying to reach your ideal body type. I think exercising, eating healthy, those are all great lifestyle choices. It's fine. For example, as I mentioned earlier, during quarantine, I have been working out, but it's because I want to just overall adapt more healthy lifestyle changes, include them in my life. But if you know what you're doing is ultimately bad for you, and you know it's bad for you, then I would say that's too far.
Okay, so talking about how to lose weight healthily, I think it's really important for you to have like a healthy concept on your self's body weight and how your self image. Because for me, when I was in China, sometimes there was a critical period of time I was like so obsessed on my body weight, so I went to a very extreme way of losing weight. So little that I had malnutrition, and there was like, actually there were 3 months when my period stopped coming, and my mom was like, she was like so worried about me. So I went to the doctor, and I actually spent half a year taking pills and do different things to go back to a normal weight. And now I still have to take pills for like a lifelong time. I have to like take pills every day. And it's just because during that months, I was so obsessed on my body image, and I had a so unhealthy perception of myself. So I think we should not do that. And the reason I had that is from peer pressure and other pressures from like academics. So I think it's really important to love yourself, to embrace yourself, like regardless of what other people say. So not only you have to because now internet is so developed, and as K-pop, such a culture is going global, and its influence is like becoming greater and greater, especially among teen population. But a lot of times what we see is that most K-pop idols, they're extremely skinny, and they have to stay on like serious diet and skip meals in order to achieve that kind of body. So, but it kind of creates like an unhealthy association for many teenagers. Like they associate beauty with like such a skinny body type. So what are your thoughts on the image created by the idols?
I definitely think for especially a lot of young girls out there, and just even like just everyone in general, despite the genders, even for guys, I would say we also built this ideal picture of what an attractive man should look like and what an attractive woman should look like. And I think it definitely can do something to you because of how we idolize them. I think it's very easy to associate beauty with a skinny body or a slim face, big eyes, things of that sort. I have friends who also they compare themselves and their friends to idols, and I'm not saying that the idols are guilty or anything. This is their career is highly competitive, and that's just the requirement they have to meet. but I do have to agree. I think it could be very harmful. Not saying we shouldn't be fans of K-pop stars. I would say just be mindful that everyone's body is different and that you shouldn't compare yourself to them. Yes.
Yeah, I agree with what you said. I think what you're saying is that it's okay to really like enjoy K-pop, but it's not okay to worship the idols as if that you had to be as skinny as them. That's totally not the point of K-pop. And just look at the idols. Some of them also struggle with body image and dysmorphia. Is that what you call it?
Nervosa.
Yeah, so it's really important to have a healthy mindset and don't create the false perception for yourself. Yes.
Yeah, because I think what we should value more among the K-pop stars are the spirits they have, like how much love they put in such a career. Because like as Sharon has said, this body type is a requirement for the career. That's why they put so much effort into building that body image. So what we should take is the spirit of really achieving the requirements and for self-fulfillment, instead of like just blindly think being the same body type is the only way you can show your worship and your admirers of the idols. We should take the spirits they put and the effort, the love they put in the career, and to fit in ourselves, instead of like just skipping meals and having unhealthy perceptions.
Yes, completely agree.
I think it's what Sharon shared with us is extremely important, especially to teenager of our age. And is there anything you want to let us know, Sharon? And anything else?
I'm also very touched that both of you guys shared your own personal stories and your stand on this topic. I think it's a great thing that we could all contribute some of our stories. And I think by sharing and just understanding this subject, we could make changes, and I think that's a big step.
Yes, definitely. And also, guys, please remember that TEDx event is going to happen in August. And although
if quarantine stops,
yes,
if everything works out.
Hopefully, we definitely hope that quarantine period stops really soon. I really want to go out with my friends.
Like me.
Yeah, especially Sharon. And hopefully everyone stays safe during this period. And yeah, we all look forward to the TEDx Merino event in August.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Sharon, for talking with us today and taking your time to just answer these questions for us. And we really appreciate the insights you share with us. And thank you again.
Thank you so much.
See you guys next time.
See you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.